free to play. More like free to pain. Or free to pay. or forced to pay. Am I right? Hey, how's it going? There's a huge free-to-play problem in Wuthering Waves. You see, 9 months ago, I spoke about this same problem. And now, this problem is much more alive than ever. For what this problem is exactly, well...
You can't skip anything in this game. How does Kuro make each one of these characters amazing? How? I want everyone.
Okay, calm down. Let's relax. Okay, calm down. Yes, the problem is that characters in this game are too peak to skip. And if you're free to play, it is, of course, really hard to get everyone. Especially if you like the character enough to also want their signature weapons too, right? So what's going on? Well, let us begin with version 2.0. The beginning of a new era for Wuthering Waves. Everything is starting to be absolute cinema. Peak. The characters are no exception to this. The first character to kickstart this 2.0 journey was Carlotta. Going based on looks, I really do like her. That's all it took. I'm convinced. But it doesn't end there, of course. You see, Kuro's really good at marketing their characters. They do this by making animated trailers for these characters. And Carlotta's, well, she has one of the best trailers out there. Actually, looking at their YouTube channel, it is the most viewed trailer of all characters. Like, damn, 3.9 million views. Deserved, honestly. The trailer was insane. Really gave a good impression for Carlotta. And honestly, she kind of made it seem like she was just mommy John Wick, and I'm all for that. But we're not done yet. As soon as 2.0 came out, I tried Carlotta's trial to see if I liked her gameplay. And damn, was she fun. Which was actually surprising because she was a gun character. Usually gun characters are a bit iffy for me, especially for WuWa, because previous gun characters had some issues. They didn't have unique heavy attacks, they couldn't parry anything, they lacked uniqueness, especially compared to non-gun characters. But Kuro absolutely blew me away with Carlotta's gameplay. She has this cool skill that freezes the enemy, but then pressing it again makes her do this cool flip that feels so cool to do. Then you have her ult that feels so badass to use. You can feel the weight and the impact of each shot in this ult. And to top it off, she has a unique heavy attack. And she has the ability to parry. It was amazing. Unfortunately, with me being broke, she had to wait for me because the previous patch was Camellia and I got her and her weapon. Yeah, I didn't have pulls. So to start off our grind in 2.0, we had to do the story, and damn, the story did not help my impatience. Carlotta in this story was so good. She had a great personality and I love her so much. Not to mention, her English voice acting was so good, top tier, honestly. I could not wait, so as soon as I completed the story, I immediately set off to grind the exploration and anything else like events, anything. After some time, I got her. Thank the Sentinel that I won 50-50. I was happy. I did want her signature weapon too, but honestly, I couldn't risk any more pulls. Plus, I had the standard pistol, so it's fine. Phase 1 of 2.0 was overall a success. What about Phase 2? Well, that would be Rochia. Fortunately, Rochia has been the easiest skip of all these characters because I personally didn't like her as much as everyone else, but that being said, I'd be lying if I didn't like her at all. She's a cute character for sure. Her personality and story is pretty good too. But what did it the most for me was her gameplay. She is very fun. She can group lots of enemies and does a lot of fun plunge attacks. Mamma mia! It's so fun. In a perfect world, I would have got her, but alas, she was one of the characters that had to be sacrificed for my future pulls. Those future pulls were going to Phoebe in 2.1. As much as the order is nothing but hypocrites and scum, Phoebe makes an exception. She's cute, squishy face, adorbs, right? Great personality and great trailer as well. All this only made me want to get her even more. Her gameplay is very unique and fun. She can fly around on her staff, which is very cool. And then her bonk is the best thing.
Tom Holland, what the fuck? Man, I don't want to talk your bitch.
When it came to pulling her, well, I didn't pull her. I lost my 50-50 to Ling Yang, that little misery follows. Well, that sucks, but I'm not out of options. Nope. I will not fold. I have an entire Renacita to explore. So I did just that. 100%ed everything. And we got Phoebe in the end. No weapon this time either, but thankfully there was a perfect free-to-play option. Very happy with Phoebe, and you know, she's great. Moving on to the second phase of this patch, we have Brandt. Now, at first glance, I wasn't sold on Brandt, but Kuro was so good at making this character likable. Brandt had easily one of the best personalities in this entire game, and he grew on me a lot, especially in his companion quest. He had a great kit, he was so strong, and his attacks were fun. He was a great character overall. I did attempt to get him, but unfortunately, I had a little thing come up. I had a thing going on which needed me to try and make videos on the next character, so I had to make the hard decision to skip Brandt. It was the hardest skip of all time. It really was. Anyway, the character that I needed was Cantarella in 2.2. Now, obviously, just looking at her... Arf! Arf! Sorry. Cantarella's trailer came out, which easily became one of the best ones out there, but there were moments for sure. Legs! Legs!
Whatever is served.
I'm going in! Yo, this trailer's a little distracting, no?
In the heart of the sea.
Oh, that's her back. Still hot! Then the ending. Oh my god! Yeah, look, we all know what Kuro was trying to do here. But, Gooner bait aside, Cantarella is more than that. Her role in this story was actually amazing. Her whole personality, her backstory, everything about Cantarella is actually so good. She has more depth than just Gooner bait. She's selfless and caring, very good character overall. Now, this was the turning point of my WuWa career. I actually broke free to play, but not to an insane degree, okay? I just bought the battle pass for an extra like 10 pulls. That was it, to help me a little bit, okay? When 2.2 launched, it was time to pull her for real for real. This time, it'll be a bit different. You see, I believe that the only reason I'd lose a 50-50 is because I didn't do a summoning ritual. So this time, I made a ritual. We went to her castle, got Rover, and then got wet. Then we pull. Damn it, Ling Yang! When I catch you! It was Rover. All my pulls are gone. How did I create a Ling Yang ritual instead? Apparently, I made other people lose with this ritual too. I'm deeply sorry. Misery follows. Not only did I regretfully skip Brandt, but now I didn't even get the character that I skipped him for. I had to heal at least a little bit by purchasing the Lunite Pass. You know, just $5. Not much. I accepted my fate and skipped Cantarella in the end to save my guarantee. And that guarantee went to Zanie in 2.3. Ruff, ruff, bark, bark, arf. Sorry again. Anyway, Zanie is easily one of my favorite characters in this game by looks, personality. Her gameplay is one of my top favorites in this game. The counterattack playstyle, the weight behind all of those attacks, and the sound effects of them are so peak. She is so fun. I love her so much that I even got her weapon. She deserved everything. And all things considered, even though ideally I would have loved Cantarella, I'm almost happy that I decided to save my guarantee. No regrets in that decision, honestly. Moving on to the next character of this patch, Chicona in phase 2. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest. I was going to skip her because Cardia actually got teased for the next patch in 2.4, which I wanted to get no matter what. So I wanted to make sure I could by skipping Chicona. It was tough, I won't lie. Her story was great and her personality was too, no surprise, amazing. Something about bard characters just always end up amazing, and Chicona was a great bard. Her music, everything, she was so sweet. That wasn't all, her gameplay was very unique too. She was another gun character but done very well, just like Carlotta. Her ult is what really was unique. She would sing and stay on the field alongside your other characters while you're fighting, which to me, I love. It's immersive. I love when my characters are there with me on the field. It feels like I have an actual team. It feels like my characters are there. However, I was still going to skip because Cardia was just that much more important to me. Until a glazer in my stream chat by the name of Matthew started dropping super chats to make me pull. So I did, I was convinced. Well, it wasn't easy. I lost 50-50 to not Ling Yang. Let's go. Screw you, Ling Yang. Couldn't steal it this time. But since I lost 50-50, I told my chat I wasn't gonna pull anymore because I just didn't want to risk my Cardia pulls, you know what I mean? But Matthew once again! Okay, we're getting Chicona at this point. My Cardia funds have now been hurt. That's for sure. This is where my WuWa career truly changed. The true turning point. I needed Cardia no matter what. 2.2 story made her easily my #1 favorite character. So $100 bundle, baby! Let's go! Yeah! Remember when I said forced to pay? Yeah, pretty much. Now it was time to wait patiently for Cardia. It was a tough wait, I won't lie. Her gameplay was officially leaked by Jeff, who does all the game reveals and stuff. Yeah, Cardia was just as cool as I thought she'd be. Coolest gameplay by far. She's literally a playable boss. Then she had really amazing animated trailers, which just further solidified that she was my favorite. Absolute peak cinema. I'm getting her no matter the cost. I'll do anything. So she finally came in 2.4, and I mentioned that I'd do anything, right? Yeah, I meant that. We had a summoning ritual, and I wore a maid outfit. Oh yeah, it has got to that point. Sure, I've acquired femboy allegations at this point. I don't know what I am anymore, but I must get Cardia no matter what. This is not a Ling Yang ritual this time. I'm winning. 2 of her, in fact, at 20 pity. Yep, crazy. The first time ever where I got a double and win. Then I got her weapon also at 20 pity. Craziest luck ever, I'm not gonna lie. Was it the maid outfit? Did I become the true blessed maiden? Yeah, no regrets overall. Super happy, super thankful. Peak cinema. Moving on to the phase 2 of 2.4, we have Lupa. She was also a must pull. See, the original plan was to pull Cardia and Lupa, but mainly Cardia. But Lupa was amazing. She looks amazing. Her story and personality is amazing. On top of all that, her gameplay was also very cool. She's one of the most fun characters to play in this game. Since Cardia didn't even dent my pulls, we were set. But I wanted to make sure things went very well. Okay, so summoning ritual again, and then we wore a very skimpy nun outfit. Yeah, so oiling up is kind of my thing now. It's kind of, you might think it's strange, but anyway, we started pulling. Unfortunately, we lost Verena at first at hard pity, but we still got Lupa in the end. We also went to get her weapon too, because it was super cool and Calculator loves it a lot. In fact, I got 2 of the weapons. Oh yeah, no regrets. Lupa's very fun. I don't know what it is. My luck is actually kind of crazy. I don't know what these double pulls have been lately. Super thankful. Now, fast forward to the present. Right now, we are waiting for the next character, and that character is phrolova. Now, phrolova was always a character that I've always liked since the beginning of time. I liked her design, even though some of you guys might think otherwise. I liked it. I thought she looked very unique. Then her gameplay was revealed to us. Very cool. She's technically another playable boss because of Hecate. She's like a summon character. She uses this Hecate. She's doing all these attacks. It looks so cool. And personality-wise, I think she's really good in that aspect as well. She's very monotone, and it works very well for her in my opinion. And I know that's not the end of it either. At the time of making this video, we have still yet to see her trailer and backstory, and I'm sure I'll love it. So yeah, at this point in Wuthering Waves, I am no longer free to play because there's simply too many characters that I like and I want to pull, and it's not going to get any easier in the future. You see, Kuro actually teased future characters, and yeah, I'm cooked. I'm pulling Augusta because I love the fit, the gladiator look. Everything about it looks so cool. She's beautiful. She might be like Kratos, to be honest. Which is cool. I'm all for that. You know, because she's also beautiful and she might be like Ishtar. Then you have King Yuan, who looks like a cool dude. Has that aura. He also got that JBL speaker. You're probably blasting Fetty Wap. I just want you to be mine again, baby. And then Galbrenna, amazing looking character. She has guns too, so maybe this could be a cool gun sword user, maybe, you know, like Dante. That would be sweet. Oh my goodness. And then you have Chisa. She looks very cool too. Reminds me of Akame a little bit. Overall, I like all these characters, and I want all of them. At the same time, it kind of sucks a little bit because I'll probably never be able to get any rerun characters that I have skipped. Because guess what? Brandt, Cantarella, Rochia, they're all rerunning with phrolova. It's rough out here. As much as I would hope for a character that I won't like and that I can skip, it's just not fun that way. I feel like it's better to have characters that people do like, and somehow Kuro is on a crazy streak on making great characters. I don't know how they keep doing that. Though some of you might not see it the same way I do, because honestly, it's a fact. I'm no longer free to play. I broke that for sure. I still do have the mindset of a free to play, however. I'm not greedy and stupid just yet. But let me know how you guys are with all of this. How are you free to play players going about these characters? Are you in the same predicament as me? Let me know. Anyway, thank you all for coming and watching. Let me know what is your most desired character of all time. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Peace.